All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Let's step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to the Bluegrass State. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series heads to Kentucky Speedway tonight for race number 2, the 134-lapper. The IndyCars at Kentucky, flat track, mile-and-a-halfer, and a lot of room to race. Expect some close racing tonight. It's all live right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, some high-speed action, IndyCar style, at Kentucky Speedway tonight. 134 laps, race number 2. Let's get it on. All right, hey, thank you for coming in and checking out TurnLeftTV. Got a good one for you here tonight. Kentucky Speedway. 200 miles, 134 laps here. About 6 minutes left to go in that practice session. We'll take a look at the track here at Kentucky Speedway. Mile and a half flat track, banking in turns 1 and 2 at 17 degrees, 3 and 4 at 14 degrees, so definitely not the same feel as you go into turn 1 as you go into turn 3. So interesting. Pitting will be going into turn 3 tonight on the access road. A lot of room to race here. It's a flat track and a very, very fun mile and a half track. Again, thank you for coming in. I'm your broadcaster commentator, Heath Johnson, and it's again race number 2 tonight, 200 miles at Kentucky Speedway. Thanks for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. As we mentioned, this is race number 2 of the schedule. Next week we have Las Vegas Motor Speedway, followed by Iowa, a very popular track in the IndyCar Series. Pocono Raceway coming up on May the 15th. That'll finish up the first half of the season. We see we got Gateway, Indianapolis Motor Speedway on Memorial Day weekend, the day before the actual Indy 500. Phoenix Raceway, Kansas, and Richmond on the back half of that season. I want to thank you for coming in and checking out TurnLeftTV. Appreciate everybody's support here. Peace to everybody out there. Hope everybody's behaving themselves and being kind to one another. Being safe. So I'd say we're seeing a fair amount of social distancing here tonight at Indy with the IndyCar series. I don't want to make any contact, of course. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. You can share my videos with all your friends anywhere on YouTube where you can share, or anywhere on social media where you can share YouTube videos. You're more than welcome to share mine. And again, thank you for coming in. Don't forget to go down to the description of this race and click on that Fanatec link to help me out here at TurnLeftTV. If you're interested in purchasing some of their equipment, please use my link. And again, thank you for coming in. It's going to be a fun one tonight. So just 2 minutes left to go before we go to qualifications. Later tonight, the Saturday Night Thunder will be at Daytona International for the first race of the second season of 2021. 80 laps at Daytona, high speed, high banked, super speedway. Saturday Night Thunder in the Cup cars. Should be a great one, man. Anybody can win this race, and there's going to be a big, big field in Saturday Night Thunder. Racing starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's the Discord address if you're interested in joining us on Discord. Getting some chatters in here. The usual suspects. Hey, Cesar Silva in here as well. Michael Brooks. Always good to see Michael in here as well. So hopefully they'll be enjoying the race tonight. Like 18 drivers so far joining us in here. This is a big field. Well, hopefully everybody's going to behave themselves tonight. About 30 seconds left in qualification session. See that access road there to come around and make a pit stop. They have the pit going into 3, so got to make sure you're ready to rock and roll. Looks like they're switching it over to qualifications. Don't forget, tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. rFactor 2 server specific packages, 3 to choose from, available for your league. It's EliteHostingUSA.com, not only in the United States, but also other areas of the world, regions, Europe and Asia. Have some servers available there. I think also in South America as well. So definitely give EliteHostingUSA.com a look as your contact for renting an rFactor 2 server for your region. So 4 qualification laps, 6 laps total, in lap, out lap, 4 timed laps. There will be a little moment of, I put up the banner there, and I'm going to be doing the driver's meeting. Looks like I am the only admin on duty here today. So double duty. Right now, top time, 23.565, Nikolai Bezrukov. Take a look at Alex Cody making his timed laps. Bezrukov's time, 23.565, top time here so far. Alex Cody currently 6th on the grid with his attempt. Driving the 83 car here tonight. See what that lap at 23.723, currently 4th on the grid for Alex Cody. Casey had a good lap there. He's 3rd on the grid. Dan Ricker 2nd on the grid. Alex Cody trying to chip into that time. Right now 5th on the grid. .692. So it looks like 5th on the grid so far for Alex Cody. Alexander Meshkov, the new top time, 23.563. That's 7 car. Alexander, one of our Russian drivers. This guy just oozes racing, man. I tell you, he is racing all the time. So what, 23.563, lightning fast there for Alexander Meshkov. How about this, Ricardo Almeida? See if he can't chip into this time. That 28 car. And he does, 23.488, the new top time. And Ricardo Almeida. Just a couple more guys to qualify. .480, improving that time. .480 time for him. Take a look at Jesus Iglesias as he's making his qualification attempt with about 4 minutes left to go. So currently 5th on the grid for Jesus Iglesias. Looks like we got the tail end of his. We'll take a look at Stephen Miller in the 42 or the 24 or the 424. He's 16th on the grid, 24.009. Stephen Miller now 9th on the grid, 23.715. So Stephen Miller 10th on the grid here as Felipe Granado qualifying, moving up to 8th, bumping Alex Cootie down to the 9th position. Now Granado in 7th, actually. Looks like we may have lost somebody there, disconnecting. So it looks like that will set our field. Ricardo Almeida there qualifying in P1. Alexander Meshkov second. Bezrikov is third. Jesus Iglesias qualifying fourth. Dan Richter fifth. So we will be throwing the banner up here for a few minutes once the qualification session switches over to warm up. All right. I think we're back. I had to do the driver's meeting. Not the optimal way to do a live broadcast and pause it to do the driver's meeting, but it is what it is. Since I have the golden voice. All right. Well, this is going to be an interesting one. I'll tell you. Got a pretty big field here, 17 drivers. Take a look at Stephen Miller here in the 42 car. I think he's in the 42. I think it's 424. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but there's that paint scheme, Speed Details paint scheme. I think he does some models if you're interested in, looks like he's doing the 24. If you're interested in getting some realistic models created, custom models, there you go, Speed Details. Get a hold of him on Google Sites. So about 9 minutes left here in the warm-up session, and we're going to get this bad boy kicked off. See a few hitches there as a few other drivers join the server. Next week, Friday, April the 30th, the last day of April. We're going to finish out the last day of April at Kansas Speedway because there's no place like home. 98 laps in the High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series. Race number 5. We had a great one last night at Talladega. What a great race that was. Big field, good clean race. This is race number 5 of that second season of 2021. Kansas Speedway, 98 laps in the Bushwhacker Series. And of course, it'll be live, as always, right here on TurnLeftTV. Let's take a look at the session results. Qualification, Ricardo Almeida qualifies in P1, 23.480. Alexander Meshkov starts in P2. Nikolai Bezrikov, third. Dennis Lisenko will start in the 4th position. Jesus Iglesias starts in the 5th spot. In 6th will be Dan Richter of our Indiana drivers, huh? How about that? A homeboy there. Zach Moncasey starts in the 7th position. He's going to be streaming live, I think, from his cockpit here tonight. Felipe Granado starts in the 8th position in the 67 car. Alex Cootie qualifying in 9th. Stephen Miller in the hashtag 424 car qualifies in the 10th position. Qualifying in 11th is John Stanley in the 12th car. Dennis Udachin qualifies in, I hope I pronounced that correctly, qualifies in the 47 car in 12th. Artem Shulev, the Russian invasion car, number 92, qualifies 13th. Claudio Bardelli Jr. qualifies 14th. Jair Oliveira in the 17 car qualifies 15th. Pavel Andrzejewski qualifies in the 16th position, and Eugene Zaglotko qualifies in the 7th. I need a freaking award for pronouncing some of the names that I haven't seen before. Tell you what, man, there is some practice to that, that's for sure. But there are the qualification results. I think we actually have 18 drivers right now, so it looks like Givaldo Spindola joining us here. He wasn't able to make the qualification session, but he'll start in the back of the field. Michael Brooks says, I've been broadcasting for half an hour, and he just now got the notification. Hey, man, it takes a long time to get that message across the pond. Well, maybe we got you on the priority list there. You're got to donate, and you'll get moved up on the priority list, and you'll get immediate notifications. Oh, man. That's a character. Michael Brooks is a character. I think anybody, I know Richard Brooks in here too. I know anybody that knows Michael Brooks will agree with me. He is a character. Got 4 minutes left in the warm-up session before we get this bad boy kicked off. Just a little under a minute left to go. In a warm-up session, and we're going to get this baby going. Richard Brooks, you're a character too, man. Richard Brooks says, what about me? You are a character as well. He will be the first to tell you no relation to Michael Brooks. Maybe distant, like 7th cousin, 16 times removed. These guys are good buddies. But I'm sure they get that question often. I actually have some cousins with the last name Brooks, as a matter of fact. My uncle's last name is Brooks. So we might be related, Richard. I don't know about Michael. I'm not sure I'm related to Michael or not, but I might be related to Richard. All right, boys and girls, it is that time, man. It is that time. IndyCar Series headed your way. 134 laps from Kentucky, the Bluegrass State. Who's going to be singing the Bluegrass at the end of the night? It's race number 2 here, so it'll be a good one. Very, very fun race.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
All right, boys and girls, it is that time. Time to get this bad boy kicked off. Starting order here tonight. Hopefully we get it to come up. All right, Ricardo Almeida starts in P1. Alexander Mashkov second. Nikolai Bezhikov starts in the 3rd position. Dennis Lisenko will start in 4th. Starting in the 5th position will be Jesus Iglesias. Dan Richter starts 6th. Zach Moncasey starts 7th. 8th is Felipe Granado. Starting in the 9th position will be Alex Cootie. Stephen Miller starts in 10th. John Stanley 11th. Dennis Yudichin starts in the 12th position. 13th, we're going to end up running out of time here. 13th, Adam Shulev, Claudio Bardelli Jr. 14th, Jair Oliveira 15th. Pavel Andrzejewski starts in the 16th position. 17th, Eugene Zaglachko, and Givaldo Spindola starts in 18th. All right, boys and girls, hold on, strap yourselves in. Pace car, the lights, I believe, are out, and they're going off the track, man, to get this bad boy going here. 134 laps from Kentucky. Let's see caution free. That would be great. I could try to jinx it or anything.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, to green, Ricardo Almeida. It's a good start there. A little bit of slow start there on the top lane. And they're 3 wide back there in the middle of the pack. They sort of get things sorted out. Already looking to make some pass. They might be 4 wide here on board with the Dennis Lisenko in the 8th place car. Picking up some spots there running that high line. I think that low line might be the preferred line here. So Lisenko there tucks in.
Yellow.
We got a yellow flag here. Oh my heavens, man. Not what we wanted to see already. Definitely not what we wanted to see. Safety car is out. So it'll be single file restarts. And lap down cars, although we don't have any yet, will be mixed in until 15 to go. Take a look and see what happened here. I believe we will take a look and see what happened here. Take a look here as Givaldo Spindola comes up the track. Oh, and he smacks the wall. Spindola coming around. Single car incident. Probably no. Ooh, another little bit of contact there. It just looked like he climbed up the track and just could not keep that car down. He makes contact with the outside wall and then backs it into the wall there a little bit, and then right here, just a little bit of side contact with that left front wing a little bit, and the tire. So I think he's going to be okay. Should be able to get that repaired, get that back out. So hopefully we get that out of our system. We're back up here to live feed, and Ricardo Almeida, P1. Not what we wanted to see. Caution flag here early on. Looked like everything was pretty clean there. It's a single car incident, so nobody sort of driving outside their wheelhouse or getting anybody else, getting into anybody. That's good news.
Pit road will be open this time on these last cars.
Now, there may be some guys here tucking down pit lane. I kind of doubt anybody wants to give up track position this early on. Take a look at Ricardo Almeida, last season's champion. Look at the concentration. John Stanley's tucked down pit lane here to take some service. Givaldo Spindola also on pit lane. He's going to be taking. He's going to be getting some repairs done to that machine. So John Stanley maybe trying to top off on fuel and worry about some. Trying to think about fuel mileage issues ahead of the game. Don't forget, in a little while, we will be at Daytona International in the Saturday Night Thunder, race number 1. You think you can beat the broadcaster? I don't think you can. If you think you can, come on out. Daytona International, 80 laps, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the Cup cars. This race, the first race of that second season of 2021. Should be a great one.
Pit road will be open this time.
So single file restarts here in the IndyCar series. And again, with 15 or less to go, if there is a caution flag, restarts, the lap down cars will have to start at the tail end of the field there. So Ricardo Almeida is the race leader. Beshikov in second, Dan Richter in third, Jesus Iglesias fourth, Alexander Meshkov is fifth. John Stanley getting a penalty there, so don't know if he got caught speeding down pit lane or what the scoop was with John Stanley, but indicating he has a penalty. Might be a tail end of the longest line type of penalty for him. Be nice if they the penalty thing would actually tell us what it is. That's something we should probably fire up. Send a message to Studio 397. Let them know on that little notification there. It'd be nice on the overlays if they would tell us what exactly the penalty is going to be. Going to be drive-through, stop and go, or a longest line penalty. So we're getting a 1 to go. Going green next time by. Getting ready to go back green.
Green flag, go, go, go.
So Ricardo Almeida back to where he belongs up front there and leading the field. Look at this, man. Good side-by-side racing here. Dan Richter and that Purdue University sponsor machine trying to make a pass on the outside. Nikolai Bezhikov, tough cookie there on the inside line. Not going to give up that spot easily. So good side-by-side racing here for P2. Richter holding his own up on the outside line. Great racing there. Looking out of, hopefully looking out of the back of Dan Richter's machine at some point. There we go. And Bezhikov dropping back there, losing some positions as Dan Richter picks up that spot. Jesus Iglesias now in P3. Bezhikov had dropped back there. Iglesias got by. Take a look at Alex Cootie as he is making that pass around Bezhikov. Bezhikov there stuck on that outside line, or that inside line, and could not make it happen here. Look at this, Stephen Miller here trying to make some moves. He's on the inside line. Oh, tight right there. He and Alexander Meshkov almost get together. Stephen Miller now picking up a spot up to 8th position. Jesus Iglesias and Alex Cootie here battling for position side by side. This is for the 3rd spot. Jesus picking up that spot as Alex Cootie back to 4th. Cootie there had made that pass on Iglesias, but Iglesias got back around. Zach Munkasey, Artem Shuliev here battling it out. Zach Munkasey in that ThinkPad sponsor machine. We're going to try to make a pass here on Artem Shuliev. Down on the bottom line here. Good tight racing there. Zach Munkasey and that ThinkPad sponsor machine on the inside line trying to get around Artem Shuliev. Shuliev in those classic Russian colors. Tuxan Shuliev on the outside line. Is he going to try to get back behind that 92 car? Shuliev diving back down to the inside line here. Good racing on here between Artem Shuliev and Zach Munkasey. Munkasey sticking to that outside line. These guys holding their lines pretty well. A lot of room given to each other. Starting to get used to these Indy cars. Shuliev cannot pull off that pass. Munkasey goes high, way up the track, and that's going to give Shuliev the run he needs, the opening he needs. And I'll tell you what, Zach Munkasey might end up losing another spot. Is Pavel Andrzejewski getting by. Jair Leveda also got by as well. Wow, good racing there. Side-by-side racing. Meshkov and Stephen Miller here battling it out. Meshkov to the outside line here trying to get around Stephen Miller. Not able to do it this time. Meshkov trying to figure out a way to get around that 24 car. You what, man, Alex Cootie and Jesus Iglesias, these guys keep fighting it out here for P3. Take a look at Alex Cootie in that blue and orange machine. Right now running in P4. Alex Cootie, Jesus Iglesias is in 3rd. These guys side by side. Meshkov, Stephen Miller side by side for P8. Stephen Miller going to pick up that spot. Meshkov now back to 9th, and he is still battling Stephen Miller down on the inside line. Not supposed to be dropping down below that yellow line. About this, Nikolai Bezhikov trying to make some spots again here, pick up some spots. He was running in P2. Oh, man, just ahead of him. It got tight. Just ahead of him. It is tight right there. Jesus Iglesias almost got into Alex Cootie. Bezhikov up in the high lane here, not able to pull off that pass. And, man, I'll tell you what, that got crazy right there. Lysenko now looking to maybe make a pass here. Dennis Lysenko This number 10 car got a good run here down the backstretch. Tucking down to the bottom side, and then he's going to end up getting around Nikolai Bezhrikov. So Lysenko up to the 5th position. Look at this, Jair Oliveira in up on the high line here trying to make a pass. He and Zach Munkasey battling out, and 17, Jair Oliveira holding on to the 12th position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in this yellow and white machine trying to pick up a spot here. Dennis Udichin and Bardelli Jr. battling it out. Bardelli Jr. picking up that spot. Udichin now tucks in as in the 16th position. Artem Shuliev has a heck of a run right now on Alexander Meshkov. Diving down to the inside line. Shuliev picking up that spot. A couple Russian drivers here battling it out. About Felipe Granado. He's having a pretty good run here right now, running in P7. So Granado looking pretty solid here. Good 7th place run for him.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We got a yellow flag here as Bardelli Jr., I think, comes around. Bardelli Jr. off the pace there, so something's happened to him, and he had some pretty tight battles going on, so we'll have to take a look and see what happened to Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 19 car. Second caution flag here, 24 laps in. Ricardo Almeida still the race leader. He is, I'll tell you what, man, this guy just absolutely comes laser focused here in these Indy cars. Loves these Indy cars. So we'll see what happened here with Bardelli Jr. Oh, he just gets loose right there coming off the turn. The car just snapped around on him. I don't know if they took the air off the front of that car, but he just lost downforce. And there may have been, man, I'll tell you what, that was just odd. Watch this. He climbs up the track here, coming off the turn. Right there, and just kind of an odd exit on the turn, and maybe to try to keep from getting into the wall, he overcorrects, and then the car comes around and backs it into the wall. So Bardelli Jr. at Kmart sponsored machine, number 19 car, our second caution flag. Man, it just looked like he was just maybe overcorrected right there. Look out of the front of Dennis Udichin's machine, and just see, just all of a sudden turns left right there. So back up here to live, and again, Ricardo Almeida, the leader. Dan Richter second, Alex Cootie third, Jesus Iglesias is in the 4th position. And I would suggest we're probably going to see some pit stops here. May end up seeing some pit stops with that. I'm getting some word that the right front tire here is gets a little bit hot with this track and these cars. So take a look and see who bites on this pit stop. Side-by-side view here. Ricardo Almeida looks like he's staying out. Dan Richter coming down pit lane. So Richter on pit lane here on lap 27, that 4 car. Says he's 2 on the grid, but he's actually the 4 on the paint scheme wise. So a lot of pit stops here happening. Dan Richter finishing up that pit stop, coming back out on track in that Purdue University's sponsor machine. Oh, interesting. Some guys staying out, some guys pitting. Very interesting strategy.
Pit road will be open this time.
These overlays are, I don't know whether it's the mod or exactly what's going on here with these overlays, but they acting a little funny. So Almeida is the race leader. Now John Stanley coming back down pit lane. He's making a late caution flag pit stop there. So topping off on fuel, taking some tires. Getting some chatters in here. Michael Brooks throwing some shade right now. Lee Kaiser says Almeida seems to always be the leader every time I check HORL IndyCar and on an oval. That is true, man. He's just got that knack. A lot of practice there. Loves these ovals, IndyCars, and is the returning champion. And I'd say one of your favorites to win the championship this year. You know the thing about Ricardo Almeida, I mean, even during the race, in any adversity, he seems to be able to bounce back really well from adversity, and doesn't panic, and just seems to find a way to get the car back to the front, even when he's got to work from behind the 8 ball there back in the field. Also, I will say that he doesn't really get himself down if he has a bad race or victim of circumstance or whatever the case may be. He comes back the next race and it's wipe the slate clean and get at it, try to win the race. So. So getting the 1 to go. So Ricardo Almeida, the leader. Alex Cootie is in second. Felipe Granado third. Stephen Miller in fourth. Pavel Andrzejewski is in the 5th position. Dan Richter 6th after making that pit stop. Lysenko 7th, Bezrikov 8th, Shuliev 9th, Meshkov rounding out the top 10 here on the restart. And again, single file restarts. A lot of acceleration here. I want to make sure you don't spin the tires. Not a lot of torque, but not a lot of weight in the back end of that car.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We got a yellow flag. I had a feeling, man, when I saw 2 wide there, and it wasn't going to be good. Looks like a yellow flag, and Zaglatko looks like he's come around. See, Zaglatko. Oh, man, he just got absolutely annihilated from behind there. I'm not sure. who that may have been there, but man, he got absolutely annihilated. Nardelli Jr. getting through that. My heavens, man. Right there. Take a look. Looked like John Stanley. Oh, man, just gets into the back of him, and that is hard contact. Man, Zaglotko, he's going to have some pretty significant damage to the back end of that car. John Stanley got into the back of him. Watch this on the restart. This is, Udachin did not get going very well, and then that mess there in that restart. I think John Stanley just got going and got a little bunched up in front of him. So back up here to the live feed. That was a little ugly. We'll be honest with you on that one. Well, who got the race win last week? It was Danilo Coelho. Got the big win at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Had 20 drivers. Lysenko finished in the second position. Iglesias third. Palumbo finished fourth. But Danilo, huge popular win too, man. He was really fired up about winning this race. So congratulations to Danilo Coelho taking the race win. And Palumbo finished in the fourth position. Ernigio fifth. So good run there for Danilo and taking the race win at Atlanta. Probably will be some guys coming down pit lane. Certainly, I think Lysenko probably will come down. Or Zaglotko will probably come down pit lane, I would imagine. You might wait for the one to go. There he is. He's coming down pit lane. So, or yeah, coming down pit lane. They're using that access road. Going to get some repairs done to that machine. We'll take a look at the schedule here in the IndyCar series. We have some time. Las Vegas Motor Speedway coming up next week, and then followed by Iowa on May the 8th. Pocono, the Tricky Triangle, May the 15th. Big track there, 2.5 mile triangular track. Gateway Raceway, the egg-shaped oval there located just outside of St. Louis, Missouri, on May the 22nd. Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the crown jewel of motorsports, is Indy. On Memorial Day weekend, the day before the actual Indy 500. That'll be a great one. Phoenix Raceway coming up on June the 5th. Another popular track, very fun track in IndyCars. Kansas Speedway on June the 12th. And then finishing out the season at the short track of Richmond. That 3/4 mile short track D-shaped oval on June the 19th. So Eugene Zaglotko finishing up his pit stop there, taking service. Tough break there for him. Looks like he has gone down one lap. Someone argued early on in the season, or early on before I kind of finished up firming the details of the season, if it wouldn't be okay to do lucky dogs in the IndyCars. I'm really not opposed to that, but your purists really want to see those IndyCar rules as tight as they can to the actual IndyCar rules. So we opted for that, and thanks so much to Matt Sintel and his work with the Stock Car Rules plugin and modifying that or adding a feature that would allow us to give a more specific or more accurate representation of the IndyCar rules. 100 laps to go here, and getting ready to go back green. So Ricardo Almeida leading some yellow flag laps here. And he started on the pole and has kept that car up there. Alex Cudi has worked his way up to the second position. Stephen Miller in third. And Andrzejewski shown in the fourth position. Dan Richter will start in fifth. All right, here we go. Back to green. Hopefully everybody is remembering that they're on cold tires.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Audio Bardelli Jr. getting a penalty there. Take a look at Bardelli Jr. He's gotten a penalty. Some manner. Good battle there for the third position. Alex Cudi. Pavel Andrzejewski battling it out. Dan Richter back in the fifth spot. Look at that tight battle right there. Stephen Miller in this mix as well. Stephen Miller, Alex Cudi, Pavel Andrzejewski. Don't forget about Dan Richter in this mix as well. Dan Richter working on the outside line in that Purdue University sponsor machine. Using the draft, he's gotten by Stephen Miller. Dennis Lysenko trying to make a pass on Stephen Miller now. Stephen Miller on the inside line. Dennis Lysenko owns Nikolai Bezhikov in this mix too. He's going to end up climbing up there as well. I see side-by-side racing there as Stephen Miller trying to hold off Dennis Lysenko. Look at that side-by-side racing there. Lysenko up on the outside line. Dennis Miller on the inside line. Good side-by-side racing. Lysenko ended up pulling off that pass. So he worked that outside line and pulls off this pass. Stephen Miller still holding on to that inside line. And I tell you what, looks like Nikolai Bezhikov wanting to try to get around. He's got a little help with Artem Shuliev. Those two Russian drivers there working together. Bezhikov ends up pulling off that pass. Pavel Andrzejewski has worked his way up to P2. Just behind him, Alex Cudi, Dan Richter. A couple IndyCar fans. Alex Cudi helped create one of the IndyCar mods. Has done some track work as well. There's a lot of 3D modeling, so on board here with Alex Cudi in the 83 car. Running in the, we got a lap car right here. Might be Spindola as those guys going around. Givaldo Spindola running in P17, letting those guys go around. He's got some pretty significant damage. We'll take a look at Ricardo Almeida, our race leader. He has got, we got a yellow flag. Another one, my God. Shuliev indicating Shuliev may have come around. Artem Shuliev. Getting that car back pointed in the right direction. So we'll have to see what transpired there that caused Artem Shuliev to come around. It looked like he and Stephen Miller were racing pretty close together. see here as Shuliev and Shuliev up into the wall there. It looks like he and Stephen Miller got together. We'll see this. This gets racy right here. Stephen Miller is up on the outside line, and then right here as we watch, Shuliev comes up and gets into the back of Stephen Miller. And then backs it into the wall. And there's some extraneous contact there, I think, with Stephen Miller and maybe Zach Munkasey. Take a look out of the front of right there. You just see contact. Man, that's tight racing. And a great job to miss that as Meshkov gets around. So that was Alexander Meshkov. Take a look out of his car. Whoa, look at that, man. Barely missing that stuff. Watch this Alexander Meshkov move right here. He's heads up move. Look at that. Stephen Miller sideways. And then keeps it out of the wall. What a great move there. Take a look at Zach Munkasey and his view of this. And those guys getting into the wall. Stephen Miller, a little bit of contact there, but Shuliev took the brunt of that one. So another caution flag there.
Pit road will be open this time on that car.
Way too many caution flags. These guys, I think, just need to exercise. I've said this a lot with this IndyCars. Is just exercise a little bit of patience. The closing rates are great. You can't race these like stock cars. You're gonna have to give a little bit more room. So it does look like Stephen Miller and Artem Shuliev are both on pit lane. Shuliev's got a pretty fair amount of damage, I think, to his car. So he's going to be on pit lane for a bit. Take a look at Artem Shuliev in his machine.
Pit road will be open this time.
So Shuliev finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. Almeida is where he wants to be. He wants to be up front. He doesn't want to have to really challenge too many people. Dennis Udachin looks like he is on pit lane as well. See that time clicking off there. That indicates he's on pit lane. Got, looks like 4 cars a lap down, 1 car out of the race. Shuliev out on the tail end of the lead lap, or tail end of the lap there. Field, I should say. Don't forget, next week on Friday, April the 30th, the final day of April. Has it gone by so fast? My gosh. Race number 5, 98 laps from Kansas Speedway. The High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series. We had a great one at Talladega last night. Congratulations to Jim Willis for picking up the race win. Big race, big popular win there too, one of our newer drivers. So Kansas, very fun track in the stock cars, the Xfinity Series. Race number 5, and it will be live right here on TurnLeftTV at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on April the 30th. Don't forget to visit zcomics.com. They are your nerd headquarters. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. All things comic related. That's zcomics.com, your nerd headquarters. Getting a one to go here. We got a pretty good a few little battles there that were kind of nice, but a couple guys there forgot how to drive, it looks like. Tight racing. Again, I think, what I was saying about exercising patience. This is a long race. And, if you feel like, you're at risk of really getting into somebody, it's probably a good idea to wait. And, if you've rolled up on somebody, you're faster than they are. It's just not a matter of urgency that you get around them. So just a little patience there. And it can eventually make that pass cleanly and avoid an accident. All right, pace car is off. Here we go, back to green. Let's hope we stay green. Look at this side-by-side here by Casey. Jair Oliveira also in this mix. They are almost 3 wide. JJ, that blue car. Oh, God, we got another yellow flag. You saw that happening. Jesus. God. Some more contact. That Givaldo Spindola down on the inside line, and it may have involved him in some form or fashion. Take a look and see what happened here. Something involving Givaldo Spindola, it looks like. Spindola coming off the wall and getting down into sure who that car was behind, but Spindola, he had that issue before. That's an interesting view. So Spindola comes off the wall. You see there's contact right there, and that is Jesus Iglesias. Spindola making contact with the wall. And that might be his second caution flag.
Pit road will be open this time. Release that car.
So it looks like Givaldo has retired his machine. Caution number 2 for him. The rule is if you cross 2 caution flags, then you are required to retire from the race. So Ricardo Almeida, the leader. Pavel Andrzejewski is second. Dan Richter third. Dennis Lisenko fourth. Nikolai Bezhikov is fifth. Alexander Meshkov sixth. Zach Munkasey seventh. Jair Oliveira eighth. Felipe Granado ninth. Alex Cootie is 10th. In a little while, we'll be at it at Daytona International High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder. Racing starts at 9 p.m. The first race of the season, moving it back an hour. All the races this season will start at 9 p.m. versus 8 p.m. 80 laps at Daytona Super Speedway. And this is the Cup Series cars, the Saturday Night Thunder High Octane Racing League's Cup Series. Again, I want to say thank you for coming in and watching the YouTube channel. Peace to everybody out there. Hope everybody's behaving. Man, what do we got here? Like a bowl or something? What is that? There we go. Peace to everybody out there. Hope everybody's behaving themselves and enjoying life. Good to see Michael Brooks, Richard Brooks in here. Also Lee Kaiser in here as well. Good to see you folks in here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Share my videos with all your friends. Anywhere you can share YouTube videos, you're more than welcome to share my videos. Here on from TurnLeftTV. And again, this is a little bit of a strange race here. It was pretty good early on, and we've had a couple string of caution flags. So hopefully we get things worked out, get them out of the system there, and getting ready to go back green here. So Almeida, the leader, Andrzejewski second, Dan Richter third, Dennis Lisenko fourth, Nikolai Bezhikov is fifth. One good thing about the GT3 Series races is there were only local cautions, so we didn't have to worry about this stuff. Got 2 guys out of the race, Spindola and Stanley out of the race. Stanley had some major damage there on a restart. And then Givaldo, second caution flag for him. All right, pace cars in. Here we go. Praying for long green flag run. How about some green flag pit stops? That'd be great. Take a look at this battle here. Alex Cootie up on the outside line. Trying to get around Jair Oliveira. Cootie now diving down to the inside line, trying to make this pass. Side by side here with Jair Oliveira. Oliveira tucks into the 17 car. Alex Cootie using that inside line and that run to pull ahead of the 17. Alex Cootie now in the 8th position. Jair Oliveira in 9th. Jesus Iglesias and Artem Shuliev here battling it out. Iglesias on the inside line. Oh, man, he barely pulls off that pass. Shuliev gave him a little bit of room there. Take a look at Zaglatko. A little bit of damage for his car, so he's going to be off the pace. Shuliev hard into the wall there. I couldn't figure out what he was doing. It looked like he overcorrected, and he made some contact with the wall there. Shuliev trying to get around, and now hard contact for him. Felipe Granado trying to make some moves here on Stephen Miller. Granado, the inside, is trying to figure out where he wants to go, and he's got a little bit of a run here on Stephen Miller. Granado to the outside. Can he get around Stephen Miller? No, he cannot. Iglesias there to pounce when Granado left that bottom side open, and Jesus Iglesias gets by. Take a look at his pass here. Jesus Iglesias saw that opening right there on the inside line, and Granado gives him a little bit of room. Realizes he's there. That's good racing right there by Granado. Even though he lost a spot, he realized that he did not have that spot. Jair Oliveira here trying to make a pass on Zach Munkasi. Tight battle right there as JJ getting by. Looking out of the back of his car, you see Munkasi up on the outside line. Stephen Miller battling on the inside line trying to get by. Good battle here. Dan Richter and Pavel Andrzejewski. Richter trying to find a way to get by Andrzejewski. Well, P2. There you go as Dan Richter pulls off that pass. Andrzejewski now back to the third position. Richter in second. Dennis Lysenko trying to make some moves in this red machine. Nikolai Bezhikov just ahead. Meshkov in this mix too. So Lysenko, Bezhikov, and Meshkov. Bezhikov running in P4, Lysenko 5th, Meshkov in 6th. Nose to tail, I think these guys might be working together a little bit.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Yellow flag here. Oh, man, we got comfortable. That's what happened. Got comfortable. So yellow flag. Yudichin coming around and hard into the wall right there. So Ricardo Almeida, the leader. So something's happened to Yudichin. I don't know whether there was contact with another car or not. We'll take a look here. Yudichin comes up the track and smacks the wall, so the tires might have been given out on him, and he smacks the wall. Looks like a single car incident there as Dennis Yudichin hard contact with the wall. Just looked like that car just climbed the track, got up in the out of the groove, and then makes contact with the wall. Single car incident there. Going back to the live feed here as Ricardo Almeida, the leader, 65 laps in. Dan Richter has gotten that Purdue University sponsor machine up to the second position in that 4 car. Pavel Andrzejewski, it was a good race there between the two of those guys to battle for position. Andrzejewski now back to the third position. A good run here for him in his first race out. Bezhikov Nikolai Bezhikov in the fourth spot. So good run for Nikolai Bezhikov here so far. These guys sort of avoiding some of the shenanigans. Denis Lysenko running in P5 in that red machine. Alexander Meshkov, good run for him. This guy, like I said, he oozes. Just eats, sleeps, and drinks sim racing. It's a great little sim racing channel for Alexander Meshkov on YouTube. You see him coming down pit lane. Alex Cootie right now staying out, and these guys, some of these guys making pit stops here. Take a look at the Nikolai Bezhikov finishing up his pit stop. Givaldo Linares joining us in here in the chat session. Good to see Givaldo in here. One of our regular chatters in the chat sessions. So now Alex Cootie is in the lead. Stephen Miller second. Jair Oliveira is third. Jesus Iglesias is in the fourth position. .68 laps in. Alex Cootie does a lot of track building, a lot of mod development as well, so this guy is absolute gangster. And he can drive a race car too, so he's in P1, Stephen Miller in second. Jesus Iglesias third. Ricardo Almeida back to fourth. So this is interesting here now. Almeida's going to start behind these guys, kind of see how he deals with traffic. He hadn't really had to deal with that all night long. And actually, he's a little bit further back as we got a lap car there in line as well. So getting ready to go back green. Pace car lights are out. Going to peel off the track this time by. I believe he's going to. Maybe we got another lap in us. Looks like we got another lap maybe.
It'll be one to go this time, bud.
So getting the one to go as Alex Cootie leading the field. Jesus Iglesias, Stephen Miller second, Jesus Iglesias third. Almeida, again, starting from that fourth position. Dan Richter has been lightning fast tonight, too. He's running in fifth. Bezhikov sixth. Andrzejewski seventh. Lysenko eighth. Meshkov ninth. Zachman Casey's 10th. The one thing is sort of, you kind of get into, I don't know, what a death spiral, I think, with respect to these caution flags, because routine, when you get caution flags, the guys just continue to come down pit lanes, get on old tires, or get brand new tires, and start on new tires or cold tires, regardless of whether they're new or old. You're on cold tires now, and that sets itself up for, some issues. Also, guys maybe not, maybe missing a shift or not getting going as fast as somebody else. Maybe somebody jumps a start, something like that, and that creates some issues. All right, here we go, back to green as the pace car comes in. Alex Cootie, start lap 70.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Everybody sort of behaving there. Oh, Stephen Miller there ducking down like he wants to take the lead and not able to pull off that pass. Well, he looked low, like he wanted to get around, and that's going to open up the door for Jesus Iglesias. Looking out of the Jesus Iglesias is going to pull off that pass. He almost got sideways right there as Iglesias now moves up to P2. Stephen Miller. Looks like Claudio Bardelli Jr. in this mix. Now, Bardelli Jr. is not on the lead lap. And they have ended up another yellow flag here. It looks like Felipe Granado and Artem Shuliev. Those guys were battling earlier, I think, and might have rekindled that problem. Rekindled that quote-unquote love affair. So we'll see what happened here as so it looks like Jair Oliveira tried to take it 3 wide through the middle. Take a look at this. Jair Oliveira, see Felipe Granado and Artem Shuliev are side by side right there, and then 3 wide in the middle is Jair Oliveira, and he gets up into Felipe Granado and then comes back down and gets into Shuliev. So not exactly the move that I would expect to see from an experienced driver. And again, taking a look at this again, you see Shuliev is on the inside line, Granado on the outside line. Those guys racing side by side, and then JJ comes in, makes it 3 wide, and gets up into Granado, and then comes back down and gets into Shuliev, and then contact between Shuliev and Granado. Those guys not at fault in that one, and hard contact for them, and JJ comes out almost unscathed. So again, take a look here as contact.
Pit road will be open this time for these lap cars.
So just going there. 3 wide in the middle. We were talking about exercising a little bit of patience. So JJ coming back out on track. We'll start at the end of the field, I believe. Felipe Granado getting a penalty here, maybe coming down closed pit. Again, it'd be nice to get some information on the screen about that. You know, why are they being penalized? Is it a stop and go? Is it a you know, longest line? You know, what is the penalty? Something I think Studio 397 could add there and you know, let us know what it is.
It'll be 1 to go this time by.
And Ruzewski, take a look at him. He's running in the 7th position. A little bit of gap there between him and that car ahead. So we're getting a 1 to go this time by. Alex Cootie leading some laps here under yellow. Almeida, you see, he's now in the 4th position, so he's gained a spot since that restart. Pretty good gap there. I'm not sure what's going on with that gap between P1 and P2.
Green flag, go, go, go.
So there's a huge gap there between a couple lines. I'm not sure what went on there, but guys were a fair amount of distance between those two groups. We've got a battle here as Alex Cootie and Ricardo Almeida, he's in this mix. Claudio Bardelli Jr. wants that lap back, so he's racing the snot out of P1. It looks like Bardelli Jr. might be back on the lead lap here for now. And now, how long is he going to try to hold on to that, as he is really racing the race leader here pretty hard. So with Bardelli Jr. in that yellow and white car up on the high line, Alex Cootie down on the bottom line is the race leader. Bardelli Jr. a lap down and tucks back in. Almeida is now up to the 2nd position. See these guys sort of behaving, just as I say that, behaving themselves, and Iglesias runs the Alex Cootie up the track, and Alex Cootie going to end up losing some positions. He ran the race leader up the track, trying to get back on the lead lap. And that may carry over to another race there. That was a strange little sequence. Is now Alex Cootie falling back to P3. He is probably fired up. Dan Richter in 4th. That Purdue University sponsor machine. See these guys behaving right here, man. I mean, these guys have raced a lot of IndyCar series, a lot of oval track racing experience through Alex Cootie and Dan Richter. Those guys know how to race ovals. Ricardo Almeida now back to the race lead. Take a look at this as Bardelli Jr. ran Cootie up the track right there. And Almeida was there to pounce. Almeida now to the late race lead, and he wants to get around. Bardelli Jr. is really pinching him down. He is probably getting a blue flag here, but he wants to try to stay on the lead lap. I mean, arguably, that is fair. I mean, I don't think you really want to race the race leader and put him in a position where he's up in the wall or something like that. But you're more than within your right to try to stay on the lead lap, and that's exactly what Bardelli Jr. is doing. He is racing Almeida pretty hard right now, and as he was Alex Cootie. I think if I were Ricardo Almeida, I would just kind of chill right now. No sense in really overdriving this thing and getting yourself in a pickle. Take a look at this as Dan Richter, Jesus Iglesias battling it out. Dan Richter down to the bottom side, crosses over Jesus Iglesias. Just crossed him over. Takes over P2. Bezrikov, Stephen Miller side by side. Stephen Miller on the bottom line and Bezrikov up on the outside line. Good battle there as Bezrikov taking over that spot. Stephen Miller falling back there to P6. 50 laps to go. Pretty messy back here. Take a look at Zach Muncasey. He's up on the outside line as Stephen Miller continuing to fall back. Zach Muncasey up high trying to figure out whether he can tag onto that car in front. He's got a car below. That's Alexander Meshkov. Stephen Miller trying to put a little pressure on Alexander Meshkov here. Meshkov pulls ahead. Jair Oliveira here trying to make some moves. Up on the outside line. Not able to pull off that pass. Alex Cootie trying to bounce back here. Remember, he was the race leader on the restart. Got raced pretty hard from lap down car, Claudio Bardelli Jr. Alex Cootie trying to bounce back here and take over third position. He and Jesus Iglesias battling it out. Wheel to wheel right there. Tight. As now Cootie moving his way back up to third. Jesus Iglesias in fourth. Zach Muncasey, Alexander Meshkov here battling it out. Meshkov on the inside line, Muncasey up on the outside line. Good racing right here. Stephen Miller and Jair Oliveira here battling it out. Jair going to the high side, Stephen Miller down on the inside. This is for P10. Jair pulls ahead just a little bit of Stephen Miller. Is he going to be able to hold on to that position? He's got the run coming off the turn and able to hold on to that spot. So JJ now up to P10. So Ricardo Almeida, our race leader. Here 90 laps in. Dan Richter is second. Alex Cootie third. Jesus Iglesias fourth. Nikolai Bezrikov is fifth. Pavel Andrzejewski. He's trying to make some spots. Right now running in P6. Just behind him, we take a look at Dennis Lisenko. Lisenko's been pretty quiet here tonight, running in the 7th position. Andrzejewski, Pavel Andrzejewski, his first race out, having a good run here in 6th. Dan Richter here caught up to Ricardo Almeida, this Purdue University sponsor machine. Dan Richter, he loves these Indy cars, and he's challenging our champion, Ricardo Almeida, side by side. Look at this, great racing right now. Dan Richter through the tri-oval. Almeida pulls ahead, led that lap. Almeida now gets that spot back. Richter up high, has a good run coming off the turn. Look at that, man. Side-by-side racing right there. And that's the way you do it, man. That's the way you race guys cleanly, right there. That is a clinic those guys are putting on right now. Dan Richter can't hold on to that spot. I think he's going to try. He needs to try to get down to that bottom line, I think, to pull off that pass. He's getting a good run off the turn. He just cannot make any ends meet there or make some headway. Now, Alex Cootie, he's watching this out of the front of his machine. He's running in P3 right now. He's climbing up all over these guys. So this is a three-way battle for the race lead, and this is exactly what we want to see. Great racing right here. And this is, I'll tell you what, man, you talk about racers. These guys are in a class of their own. Just a whole different mentality out of these guys. Racing each other clean, being patient, tight racing, and Alex Cootie now taking over the second position. And don't forget about Jesus Iglesias. He's now in fourth, running up on these guys. Look at this, man. Jesus Iglesias, he's the one to try to get around. Look at this great battle here. Ricardo Almeida wants to see that out of the front of his car, or out of the back of his car, that's for sure. As Iglesias now in fourth, climbing up in the back of P3. He's going to challenge for the third position. Not able to pull that off. Alexander Meshkov, Zach Munkasey here battling it out. Mashkov up on the high line. Zach Munkasey now down on that bottom line. We've been seeing Munkasey there use that high line, and now Meshkov pulling off that pass using that high line. Meshkov now up to the 8th position. Munkasey now back to 9th. Ricardo Almeida, our leader. These guys getting after it behind him. Iglesias kind of falling off the pace there a little bit, but P2, P3, these guys just will not let it go, and Almeida loves what he sees out of the back of his machine. Take a look at Eugene Zagladko. Right now running in P13. His first race out. Claudio Bardelli Jr. after fighting, trying to stay on the lead lap now. He's in 12th. He is technically back on the lead lap, looks like. So I guess that paid off. All that fighting paid off for him. JJ right now running in the 10th position. And that's 17 car. Back up here with Alex Cootie here running in P2. He and Dan Richter are fighting it out. Both those guys, I think they would be best served to work together here and try to close back in on Ricardo Almeida. Alex Cootie running in P2. Opening up a little bit of a lead there, almost 2/10 of a lead on P3, Dan Richter. Dan Richter might have used up his stuff as Jesus Iglesias is in this mix now. Iglesias caught up to Dan Richter. On board here with Jesus Iglesias. Again, good battle there, 1, 2, 3, 4. These guys know how to do it, man. Jesus here having a great run. Good little green flag run here we got. I don't want to jinx it here, but we think, oh man, Iglesias going down to that apron. That's very, very dangerous. We'll take a look at Nikolai Bezhikov kind of out there by himself, and he is running in P5, wanting to close in on these guys. Felipe Granado, we'll take a look at him. Felipe running in P14. Now, Eugene Zagladko is coming back off. He is had made a pit stop. So he's now off the pace. Running in 13th position. I love these overlays sometimes, man. Can't figure it out here as Almeida almost a second lead over Alex Cootie. Dan Richter in third. Jesus Iglesias fourth. Nikolai Bezhikov in fifth. This battle here as Munkasey climbs up the track as JJ down on the bottom line getting by. So Munkasey tucks in, now back into the 10th position as JJ, Jair Oliveira, moves up to 9th. So Almeida where he wants to be. Out to the race lead. This guy's got ice water in his veins. Doesn't get rattled, just continues to plug away if he finds himself getting back behind the 8-ball a little bit. These guys start working together as Michael Brooks is starting to realize if these guys start working together, they've got a shot of catching the race leader here. So as long as they don't get side by side, use the draft, use that slipstream and work together. And they might end up closing in here. They're 1.2 back, 1.2, 1.5 back. And again, just running together. Almeida's got something different, though. Man, he's just can figure out these setups. He loves IndyCars. Take a look at Dennis Lysenko. We haven't checked on him. He's running in the 7th position in that red machine. Pretty quiet night for him so far. Closing in on Pavel Andrzejewski. Look at Pavel just ahead, running in P6. So we're going to have a battle there for the 6th position, I think, soon. Pavel hold off Dennis Lysenko. Lysenko does not only Indy cars, but does some GT3 cars for us as well. Take a look at Felipe Granado. Right now having a pretty tough night. Running 3 laps down in P14. Four cars out of the race. Shuliev, Udachin, Spindola, and Stanley all out of the race. 14 drivers still in this. 20 laps to go. This is the type of green flag racing we've wanted to see. Long green flag runs. Almeida continuing to expand that lead. Whatever it is, he's getting better tire wear. That setup just seems to be a little bit better than what Cootie and Richter have underneath them. Those guys are sort of running together. Richter is about half a second behind Alex Cootie. On board here with Dan Richter. Indiana native. He knows about these Indy cars, man. Anybody who lives in Indiana knows about Indy cars. The Indianapolis 500, the crown jewel of motorsports. Just part of our DNA. Look at this. Stephen Miller missed that access road. He said he was coming down pit lane. He missed the access road, or got on the access road and come off the track there a little bit. And now, that was an interesting sequence right here. We'll take a look at this. He had indicating he's going to come down pit lane, and he got off the track right there. Just too much speed. I warned him in the driver's meeting about right there. As you get that little kink, and you get too much speed, and he gets in the grass. Does a good job of not getting into another driver there. He's going to have to pit off turn 4 at that point. Bardelli Jr. picking up a spot there as Stephen Miller down pit lane. So Bardelli Jr. now up to the 11th position. He's had a pretty tough night. Zach Munkasey working on the back of him. Zach now He is actually running in 10th. Bardelli Jr. is a lap down. God, you got to love the, you really got to love these overlays, man. That's going to end up blinking the whole time. That will end up blinking the whole time. I just love Studio 397's overlays. When they work, but when they don't, they are awful. Fortunately, we've got a backup plan. Oh, boy. Hey, there we go. There's our backup plan when the overlays aren't working correctly, so we'll do that. God. So Ricardo Almeida still leading the field. Dan Richter in second, Bezrikov in third. So Alex Cootie's come down pit lane or something. We've lost, he's now in ninth, so he's made that pit stop. So Alex Cootie came off the track, made a pit stop there. Now starting to climb back up the grid. Almeida is the leader. Dan Richter second. Nikolai Bezhikov is third here on lap 132. So Almeida, the class of the field, once he got back to the front. So we got some major funkiness going on right now. So once they got this figured out, man, that was all she wrote for Ricardo Almeida. Good green flag run here. Dan Richter second. Nikolai Bezhikov currently in third. Pavel Andrzejewski is fourth. Denis Lysenko fifth. And look at that. Ricardo Almeida pulls off the race win. Richter finishes in second. Bezhikov third. Pavel Andrzejewski fourth. Denis Lysenko fifth. So Almeida finishes back where he's used to finishing, and that is P1. So congratulations to Ricardo Almeida. And I'm not sure what happened there. Once in a while we get that with those overlays. So not exactly sure what's going on. Hopefully we'll have to get those guys to figure that out at Studio 397. See Alexander Meshkov finished sixth. Jair Leveda seventh. Zachman Casey 8th. Alex Cudi finishes in the 9th position, so he had to make a pit stop there. Stephen Miller 10th. Jesus Iglesias finishes in the 11th position. Eugene Zaglatko finishes in 12th. Claudio Bardelli Jr. 13th. Felipe Granado 14th. Artem Shuliev 15th. Dennis Udachin finishes 16th. Chivaldo Spindola 17th. And John Stanley finishes in the 18th position. So congratulations. Oh, we got to spell his name correctly. Congratulations to Ricardo Almeida. Well, that was a messy race there early on, but once they got that figured out, things seemed to be okay. And that long green flag run, that was good to see. So we'll see if we can't get Ricardo up here in the booth with us. All right, we're joined up here by our race winner, Ricardo Almeida. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Well, you know, a string of cautions there. It just seemed like a almost never-ending in the first half of that race. Got yourself sort of mired back in traffic a little bit. Was it no panic mode, or did you have a little bit of urgency to get back up front?
No, I'm expecting a lot of cautions, so I'm just waiting to be the closest of the halfway mark pit. Like that, I know I don't have to pit again. So the last time I pit, it was the perfect time because I finished with I think 4 liters. So it was the perfect time.
Well, you had a pretty good battle with Alex Cudi and Dan Richter. Those guys made a run at you, but it seemed like in the long run that car pulled away. Do you feel like they really used up their stuff trying to get around you? How did you feel about that battle?
It was a pretty nice battle. I really enjoy it. I really need to find 2 more screens to be to have 3 screens because you cannot see on the side, only on one screen, so it's very hard. And the battle goes well, but doing that we burn the tires. So I'm just guessing if I can get 1 second lead, I think I should be okay, but since I got the second, I starting pulling away, and Dan at the end has a very good fast car because I don't think I have anything for him.
Well, I think, you know, I've watched Dan Richter and Alex Cudi race a lot of laps, and it seems to me there's a clear difference in the way these guys, with the experience that they have, not only in IndyCars but other series as well, the way that they race you. And I think that sets as an example for some of the other guys in the league to really learn from. Is you know, it wasn't dive bombing. It was great side-by-side racing with those guys when they, you know, you 3 really did a great job.
Are you saying we run clean?
Absolutely.
Oh, oh, that's something new.
Well, at least you 3 did.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I really enjoy it. Even when I was 4th, I don't remember what's his name. There's the lap car, a yellow car. He passed Steven, and he was very quick too, and he was pretty clean too. So yeah, very enjoy it. Like I say, I have to find 2 more screens because that thing is killing me. You're running side by side and you don't see it. It's the nightmare.
Well, you did have late in the race, you had a battle there with a lap down car that really fought to get back on the lead lap. What was going through your mind there as you were racing Claudio Bardelli Jr., who was really a lap down behind you and then got around to get back on the lead lap?
Because I see him running and he's look very fast, so I want to keep him behind 1 lap down because I have enough with all these people, so 1 less, it's better.
Well, hey, congratulations on a great race win, and set yourself up for maybe a second championship. I know we're early in the season, but with
really
this win here, you got to like how you feel about the rest of the season.
Yeah, but it's really early.
All right, man. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Okay, that's Ricardo Almeida joining us up here in the booth, and we're going to have to get him just a special spot up here. He's been up here so many times, so great job to him on getting a race win, and again, very kind of downplaying that. Probably downplaying that a little bit there as far as his chances of winning this championship, but early on, and that's what you're going to see out of champions. They're going to say, hey man, there's a lot of racing to go, a lot of things can happen here, get a lot of great drivers in the field, so we'll see how that season works out. So congratulations to Ricardo and a great race win. Don't forget, in a little while, we'll be back at it with Daytona International. 80 laps. So first race of the season. Saturday Night Thunder, the Cup cars at Daytona for an 80-lap race. Should be a great one. 60% damage, 1X tires, 1X fuel. And the Saturday Night Thunder is always a great series to watch and race in. So racing starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Kick off the new season. Well, that's going to do it for us here tonight on TurnLeftTV. Thanks so much. Sorry about the trouble there. I'm not sure what's going on with the overlays, but we had a little bit of a fix there, but a little late in the race. But in the meantime, thanks for joining us. I am out of here.